Hello friends, I hope you are closely following all the videos which I am posting on this newly made channel of reasoning. Of late I have posted two videos in the series of videos on types of reasoning, and I've already taken up the logical reasoning part and the verbal reasoning part. So in this part 3 of the series of videos on types of reasoning, today I'm going to tell you what all types of questions are or can be asked in competitive exams in the area of non-verbal reasoning. As the name suggests, non-verbal basically means dealing with figures, not with words. Non-verbal, it is not verbal, not dealing with words. So basically, all the questions which will be asked in this particular segment of reasoning will be based on figures. So let's see how many different types of questions are there in this category. Obviously, I cannot cover each and everything. There are minor things also, but the major portion of the non-verbal reasoning part we shall cover in this part of the video. So let's see the first type of question which can be asked. It pertains to a figure series. Now, what is a figure series? Just as the number suggests, we have a series of figures and we need to find out which of the four given figures out of the four given options obviously will complete that particular series of figures. So what will be given here are four different figures, one followed by the other in a sequence, and the fifth portion, that is the fifth part of that series, will be missing, and you will be given four options and you will have to choose which of those four options completes that particular series. So just like the number series problems, we have the figure series problems. So these are which figure completes the series. So this is first type of questions, figure series questions. Now, the second type of questions is very closely related to this. This is figure classification. Now, what is figure classification? So as the name suggests, classification. So we are grouping something, right? So what will happen here is it is just like the odd figure or the odd man out. So here you will be given five figures, and out of these five figures, four will be similar or following a particular rule. So you have to identify the dissimilar one. Identify the dissimilar figure. So very easy. It's just like the odd one out. The third part, that is the third type of questions, are the mirror and water images. So what will be given in this question is a word or a figure or a shape, any shape, and you will have to identify the mirror or water image of that shape. Mirror or water image of that shape. So you should know, if the alphabet A is written like this, what will be its mirror image and water image. Likewise, there will be questions which are called embedded figure questions. Embedded figure. What do you mean by embedded? Embedded means contained in something. So here you will be given a problem figure, and along with that you will have four option figures. So you will have to identify out of these four which one contains this problem figure. So the figure which contains this problem figure will be the answer, that is embedded in this particular multiple choice. Okay. Likewise, you have completion of a matrix, completion of figure matrix. So very less asked, but very important also. What will be given here? Like you will have a matrix of figures, say 3 by 3 matrix of figures like this. You will have a figure drawn here, figure drawn here, figure drawn here, here. So one of them will be missing. So in place of this, you will have four options. You will have to identify which figure completes this particular matrix. So you'll have to crack the rule through which this is written, and accordingly you will get to the answer of this particular figure. Likewise, you have problems of paper cutting and folding. So paper cutting and folding. So what will happen here is you will be given how a paper is being folded and then how it is cut. And then you will have to identify the figure which is obtained after folding and cutting. So identification of the figure which is obtained after folding a particular sheet of paper and cutting it in a proper or a haphazard manner. So you will have to identify what shape is obtained after unfolding that particular sheet of paper. So very important and deserves a lot of attention, because these type of questions are practice based questions, and you have to be really sharp in your skills. I've already discussed what skills are required to crack the reasoning exams. That is the first video I posted on the channel. So you need to be really aware of all the videos which I'm posting on the channel, because this is right from scrap. I'm starting everything from scrap, and you follow all the videos, you will cover all the reasoning part here. Okay, so which is the seventh segment? Let's see the seventh one. This is forming cubes. Forming cubes. So what will be given here? So you will be given a particular sheet of paper, likewise, say like this. So after folding this, a particular kind of cube is made, and that particular cube is to be identified. So identify the cube. Identify cube formed from a given shape. So now this is the problem shape which is given to you, and you will be given 4 different cubes which can be obtained after folding this particular shape. Let's see the next one. This is number 8, analogy. So in analogy, you have number analogy, alphabet analogy. Likewise, we have figure analogy. So again, one figure is to another figure. You have to find the relationship between these two and apply that relationship to find which will come in the place of this figure. So these 3 will be given to you, and this you will have to identify. Figure analogy. Very simple, but again, rules through which most of the figures are made, that is really important in identifying the correct sequence and correct rule. Cracking the rule is really important here. Okay, so this is the 8th one. Now what about the 9th one? The 9th one is very common in all exams, and this is something you need to be really sharp at. Number of triangles, squares, or rectangles. You have to count the total number of triangles contained in a figure. Counting, or saying how many. Counting or how many. Like you have a triangle in which this kind of figure is drawn, and now you need to count how many triangles are contained in this figure, again based on some particular rules. And if you watch the other channel of mine, that is Suresh Agarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts, go for that. Just search number of triangles contained in a figure. You will have all the rules, all the short tricks of cracking these type of questions within no time. So I'll be tackling all these type of questions in this channel also sequentially. So just follow and be benefited. So this is the 10th part now. This is the 10th part, which is known as the pattern completion. Pattern completion. Now obviously there has to be a pattern which is to be completed here, and likewise suppose you like here I have drawn a matrix. Similar to this, we have a pattern of figure. Suppose I draw it like this, then you know that in this place we will have a line like this, and if I draw a dot like this, you know that I have to draw a line and a dot. And then if I do like this, a semicircle, then you know that I have to put a semicircle. So which completes the pattern in this particular given figure, that you have to identify from among the 4 different given options. Very easy. and something which can be mastered by doing say 40-50 questions. You can identify various patterns. Likewise, we have another one, choosing set of figures, choosing the set of figures following a rule. Now, what will happen here is you will be given a rule, this rule will be given to you, and you have to choose a set of figures which are drawn according to this rule. So there will be four options, four set of figures. So only one of them will be following this particular rule, or it can be asked the other way around also, the one which does not follow the rule. So you have to identify that particular sequence of figures. So choosing the set of figures following a particular rule. And the final one, this is figure formation. Figure formation. Now, figure formation is just like jigsaw puzzles. So you will be given some pieces of like paper, and you will be given four different figures. So you will have to tell out of these three shapes how they can be combined and which figure can be obtained by combining these three or four different pieces of paper. So which figure is formed from the given pieces? So which figure is formed? So that is another important thing which you have to master. So these are the 12 types of questions which can be asked in non-verbal reasoning part of the reasoning competitive exams, and you can take a screenshot and obviously go for practice of all these kind of questions. And I hope you have followed the part 1 and part 2 also, because with this I have completed the types of questions in reasoning. So now I'll be tackling all the types of questions. We will be having sessions, session after session we will be practicing different types of questions. So just follow all the videos and I'm sure you are going to get benefited a great deal. And we will have a lot of practice exercises done here, previous year questions done here, and I'll come up with some PDFs of practice exercises also, which you can procure at a very nominal cost. And then if you like this video sequence, then do share it with all of your friends who are preparing for various competitions like SSC, CGL, RRB, NTPC, CTET, CAT, then whatnot. NTSC is very important, and reasoning exam is everywhere, right? So just follow this and get benefited. Thanks for watching this video, friends.